Hello, it's A.m.e, Angel of Sin, or on this channel, I am one of two people who own A.m.e Rainbows. I figured we'd get this started because we've had this channel for a couple days and there's nothing on it, but we've been asking people to subscribe to it. Why would people subscribe to a channel with nothing on it? Well, obviously this is a rant channel. If you don't want to hear rants, there is an unsubscribe button, but please don't press it. Anyway, I'm going to talk about why I hate Wednesdays. Also, I hate hot days and living by a highway because at the moment it's probably kind of noisy because I have two windows, they're both open, and I live next to a highway and it's like night. And when you know it gets louder at night. Apparently people love to speed at night or something, I don't know. But anyway, why I hate Wednesdays. Okay, usually I'm in school, I'm in high school, I'm a junior, and my school has started this program called Extra Help Wednesdays. I can tell you it doesn't help me. What they do is we have 8 periods a day at my school. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, 8 periods. Excuse me, I have allergies at the moment because it's humid, it's hot, and we barely had any rain or snow, so pollen everywhere. Basically, Extra Help Wednesdays, we have 8 periods every day, all week long. What they do is they add in 2 periods. That makes 10, by the way. And so we go from having classes that are 45 minutes to having ones that are 30 minutes. And you're like, oh yay, less time in class. Those 2 extra ones are for teachers to recommend you for a classroom or to put you, sorry, there was an ant. You didn't see that. For teachers to put you in a classroom and you can ask them for help. Now here's the issue with that. Our teachers teach different subjects. My math teacher teaches Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and I think geometry as well. So you get all these kids in here, they don't even take the same classes, and they all have individual needs. So you have like 10 to 15 kids all needing your special help, and it takes, again, it's only 30 minutes. It takes like the whole period to get to them. So it doesn't really help anybody, because by the time you get to them, they may need more help. They may not understand. It doesn't help me anyway. For the first half of the year, I basically ended up in study halls. Sleep was nice, by the way, but it, of course, didn't help me. And basically, we go from 3 lunches to 2 lunches. That's where they make up some of the time. They take away a lunch. So we have a whole bunch of kids take away a lunch, put other kids in those lunches, and longer lunch lines. Now, I get it. I look like a twig. I look like I don't eat. That's not true. Okay, I eat. I'm usually one of the first ones in the line, but I always end up, they have one of those Spartan periods right before lunch. And I always end up on the other side of the school in one class that I really don't need. I end up in creative writing, which I love creative writing. I'm a writer, but I don't want to be on the other side of the other side of the building, running to the other side just so I can get in the lunch line before a million people show up. And when you know it, you have the assholes that have to cut you every time. Okay, it's like you can't stand in line. I've been here longer than you. You're probably younger than me. I'm fucking teen. Okay, you can stand in the back of the line. There's nothing wrong with standing in the back of the line. Okay, and okay, we have the wall and then we have chairs. So there's only enough room for like 2 people. So it's not like they can avert around you. They have to squeeze through you. And I just kind of want to slide out my leg and watch all of them tumble because they come in like groups and they're always these big hefty guys and they always have their bitch girlfriends that are really short, which I'm 5 feet tall, so they're usually taller than me, but they're like these oh I'm so hot people, and they're really plump, fat, and obviously need the food more than I do apparently. And by the time you get up there, it's cold, and our lunches aren't that good anyway. But here's the thing, get in the line first, you get to the fucking seats first. And if you save your seat, somebody like pushes your shit out of the way or takes your chair, and then you come back and you find out you don't have a seat anymore. This has actually only happened to me once, because I found out that they don't want to take my seat, because I became a royal bitch. And that day was not fun. That was actually last week. Okay, that wasn't even this week. That was last week. I got my lunch, took me forever, because, again, I was on the other side of the fucking school, ran down, had a million people cut me anyway, and I stood there patiently, cursing out every fucking person that cutted me. I was not a very happy person. But I stood there, I got my lunch, and I turned and I went to sit with the people that I always sit with. I sit with a table of nerds, okay? I sit with this, like, hefty jock guy and this other one who wants to go into the military, and then there's a nerd and a pothead on the other side of the table. Why do I sit with them? Because we're all unique and different, and it's actually a very, very funny table. Well, I used to be in band, but I never really got along with any of the band kids, so I kind of dropped out last year. Well, I think they're getting back at me, because we always have a table of band kids next to us, but they seem to acquire a couple more people that Wednesday, and they took my seat. I got a chair, I sat behind my friends, I just sat there, eating my lunch on my lap. Finally, they made room for me. I'm like this, eating my lunch, trying not to bump into the two people, the one person that stole my seat, and my friends who didn't save my seat. And the kid that's the pothead wasn't there, because apparently somebody stole his seat too. And even though he sat his stuff down, saved his seat, somebody stole it. So he got up, threw his lunch away, and went and was made to sit in the guidance office because he was going to walk out of the school. Now, I was very close to joining him. Why didn't I? I was talked out of it. But I was yelling. I stopped yelling, and there was a bunch of people watching me. It was kind of funny, because I think it's the first time anyone's ever heard me yell. But yeah, it was interesting. And then I got up to throw my tray away, came back, and my seat was gone again. Some other band member decided to steal my fucking seat. I used to be a part of your group. I used to be in band last year. Is this how you get back at people? I still own my flute. I still play it every once in a while. But you still take my seat. Anyway. Why? I didn't do anything to you. You obviously weren't eating lunch. You didn't have anything with you. You were sitting there talking to your friends. You couldn't stand? Couldn't pull a chair up behind them? No, you had to steal a girl's chair. A girl who could probably kick your ass because I was really, really, really pissed. I think it was a freshman, so I could have took him. Maybe. But basically, this is why I hate Wednesday. This happens to me this kind of stuff happens to me every Wednesday. I either end up with a teacher that I want to stab, I end up with a teacher that I don't have. Why would I end up in a teacher that I don't even have? Or I end up in the computer room, which I'm made to do newspaper. At the moment, I have nothing to do for newspaper. So I just kind of sit there and play on the computer. Nothing wrong with that. I'm mostly on YouTube. But, yeah, it was not a very good Wednesday. And every Wednesday they do this, and they think they're helping us. They're taking us out of class, which we all love. They're making our schedules hectic. Sometimes people don't have them. We always end up scheduled really late. It's near the end of the year, and we're all, like, failing, honestly. If you knew my school, we're basically failing. So I used to enjoy Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. You had 2 days left. Wednesday was usually the day of where, okay, it's the peak of everything, now everything's gonna fall. Yeah, it's the peak of everything, alright. It's the peak of me screaming at everybody. So, what does your school do that irritates you? What is it that your school does that, again, this is a program that we have to do, because our school wanted more money to help us. Yeah, it's helping us, alright. It's helping us want to bring a gun. Okay, okay, that part, I'm not gonna bring this into school, but, anyway. What does your school do that irritates you? Do they have any weird programs that they're doing just because our government thinks it's gonna help us? Or, I'm American, so I don't know about you. But what does your school do?